Hello and welcome to another episode with Butler Millworks. We worked on trim in our hallway here. We worked on a project around the wood stove. There was a lot of planing, a lot of ripping trim down to the right size, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3.5 inch. There's just a lot of trim that we worked on. So I hope you enjoy the video, and you'll notice I have a chicken. Sarah finally convinced me to get chickens, and we got 3 little Rhode Island red hens, hopefully hens, and 3 Araucana Americana mixes. We'll see if they all turn out to be hens. In an upcoming video, you'll see us make a brooder box for these little ladies, and I'm sure that Sarah will put in a lot of footage of them running around and being squawky little chickens who like to chirp all night long. So thanks so much for watching, and please click the subscribe button.
Good morning. I'm here today in the wood shop. I am going to continue working on the wood that we planed a few weeks ago. This wood here you see is wood that we milled up at the property with our Wood-Mizer LT35 HD in the fall, and it's going to be turned into interior trim. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to rip it down to about 1 inch wide for some trim in the hallway, 3.5 inches wide for trim around doorways, and then maybe some 2 inch wide trim for little odds and ends here and there. I'm also probably going to try to do a little surround shelf for our wood stove today. Sarah wants a shelf that goes around, and I'll probably cut down the 3x3 that I cut last weekend on the mill, or one of them, cut it down and use that. It'll take me a couple minutes here to get set up, but stand with me and we'll get going. As you can see, the shop is really small. We built this shop about 4 years ago, and gosh, right away I realized I wanted more space or needed more space. So it's always a struggle to go in and out and set things up, take things down, and get to the right tool that you need. So it is a process getting set up to do some work in here, but I'm going to get the chop saw stand out, set it up, and then I'm going to go take some measurements and I'm going to go put some trim in. We bought this DeWalt chop saw stand about 6 months ago to help us with the siding job that we did on our house, and it made a world of difference just in terms of efficiency. Being able to set this up, put the stop up, cut the same length for 10 boards at a time just made our efficiency skyrocket. So definitely recommend picking one of these up if you ever have a job where you're needing to cut a lot of pieces the same size, or you just have a chop saw and you need a stand. I mean, this has been a great stand for us. This is our hallway here, and what Sarah did is she stained some old pallet material, and it turned out really well. She just used a simple solution of black tea and then some rusty nails and threw them in, and it really gave this beautiful patina to these oak pallet boards. What you can see up here is there's a little bit of gap on each side, so we're just going to trim that out with some of the beetle kill pine that we have available to us here. That's what those 1-inch boards I just ripped down were for, and I'm going to take a measurement here and get cutting. Well, we got the trim up. It looks pretty good. One thing we've noticed with this house is nothing is square, so it can be hard to get good 90-degree corners to match up with trim. We do the best we can, and wood filler is our best friend here. So I think now we're going to move on to some shelves around our wood stove. What we're going to do is we're going to put a shelf around the top of this sheet metal here, just to give us a place to hang wet gloves, wet jackets, obviously far away from the wood stove when we're hanging things so we don't catch our house on fire. So I'm just measuring here. Like I mentioned a minute ago, nothing is square in this house, so that corner I'm a little worried that the shelf's not going to sit flush, but I'll try to hide that the best I can. I don't know if that's long enough. I may not even do that end, I might just plug it. Well, the wood stove project is just about done. We need to put some hooks on for gloves and hats and such. And I also need to fill all the screw holes with wood plugs. So I'll probably get cutting those in just a little bit here. But this is our wood stove. We've had it for about 5 years now. Every year we burn about 5 cords of pine. Pine's really all we can get around here. It's lodgepole pine. The pine beetle came through 10, 15, 20 years ago and just decimated all the lodgepole pine forests. We just get our wood permits every year. It's standing dead. We cut it down, buck it up, and split it. We did buy a splitter this year, which has helped us tremendously. Splitting 5 cords by hand every year. It got to be a little tiring. It got me in good shape for ice climbing season, but it was tough going. So wood splitters helped out a lot. We carried in every night with a little wood carrier that Sarah made out of an old pair of Carhartts. So really nothing goes to waste around here. We try to use as much as we can. If you know any good tricks and tips for sawdust, I generate so much stinking sawdust that I don't know what to do with it. So leave some advice for me in the comments below if you want to. We have been making little fire starters out of them, but I can only go through a couple of pounds of sawdust, and gosh, I generate, it seems like hundreds of pounds of sawdust with the sawmill, the planer, and the table saw and chop saw. So if you got any ideas, let me know. That'd be great. Thanks.